Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And here we can check out the story for Stephen Curry.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. Up front, it'll be Green in post. Curry is out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, the big man on the floor for him, it'll be Washington and Gafford. Max Christie out there with Flag. And it's Marshall in at the 3. So, Tim, many have speculated that being an NBA coach is one of the most thankless jobs in all of professional sports. Do you agree with that?
Well, Kevin, it certainly can be. There's an awful lot of pressure that comes with those coveted positions. There's not a lot of job security. And, of course, there's always the difficulty in dealing with star players. But when you win, I don't know there's a better job in professional sports.
And when there's winning, there's always coaching probably at the core. Am I correct on that?
There is no doubt there has to be cohesion between a coaching staff and that roster if you want to win at the highest level.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Pass to Flag. To the middle. Gafford, bounce pass. Draymond Green with the rebound. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Melton. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer. To the right side. Here's Moody. No good on the 3. Here's Flag, guarded by Curry. Now, here's Marshall. Here's Flag. Christie with the screen on Curry. And it's Flag missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 9 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Flag. Curry with the steal. Inside. Stolen by Washington. Here we go, one-on-one. Trying to get something going. That's good from Marshall on the assist by Flag.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, you need to have a short-term memory. You can't worry about the shots that didn't go in.
Here's Post. 12 points his last outing. Latrey bangs home the trifecta. He's got 12.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 10. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. In third, the Warriors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Dallas moving it around. Flag sends a screen for Washington. This one for three. Offensive rebound. Lays it up and banks it in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Now here's Melton. Hasn't made one yet. Takes it inside. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Washington. And it's Green. Missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about keys to the game, and he said all roads lead to Steph Curry, in particular, his movement off ball. Coach said even when you try to switch, he finds little pockets of space, then he uses that quick trigger to beat closeouts. It's never an easy matchup. Guys?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. That's good from Stephen Curry. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
Stephen Curry hits them both. And good depth for this Mavs roster, Tim, at just about every position. It looks like they've got options.
Well, it's helping them weather the Kyrie injury. Anthony Davis, you know, will tend to miss some games, so it's always nice to have a reliable backup.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Ooh, I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. Now, here's Gafford. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Over to the left wing. Flag hits it from three-point range. Flag's got 5 now.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
Pass to Melton. Back to Curry. It's rebounded by Dallas. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
There is nothing better than a big win on the road for team chemistry. It is something you can build on.
A nice shot by Moody.
Timeout.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Marshall. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
Flag with it, guarded by Kerr. Washington with it, still without a basket. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Warriors leading by 8. Curry passes to Moody from past the arc. Offensive rebound.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now, here's Washington. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. The 3, Marshall knocks down the 3 ball. Marshall's got 5 points so far.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
Christie against Melton. Outside, Green. There's the pick. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Gafford.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Christie against Melton. Christie kicks to Washington. Pass to Flag. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Marshall from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Warriors leading by 7. Here's Melton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Mavericks with possession here. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Here's Flag. He picked up 18 points in their last one against the Knicks in New York.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Curry following the 3-point basket by Dallas. Here's Moody, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Moody's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Green following the score by Dallas. Curry kicks to Green. Over Washington. And another basket for Golden State.
Showing you that great flexibility offensively. Draymond utilizing those openings that others might pass on. Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Melton passes to Curry. Pass to Moody. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Now, let's see some numbers here on Steph Curry. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 10th in free throw percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Pass to Christie. Here's Nembhard. Here's Robinson Earl, kept alive. The shot's good from Gafford. Gafford's got 8 points. Warriors leading by 5. Now post. And here is Hield. Pajemski on the wing. Defended by Christie. Shot by Pajemski, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Curry against Nembhard. Pass the flag. Shot clock at 3. The 3 ball. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Warriors shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Stephen Curry hears folks complaining about all the threes. He said it's new and everybody has their opinion. It's not like I can go out and do a 360 windmill, drive down the lane, and dunk on somebody. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping to keep shooting threes, so don't worry about that. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, you're right. That is his superpower. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. .115 left to play here in the first. On the wing, Thompson. A 3-pointer off the mark. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Pajemski. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Pass to Martin. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Now, Nembhard, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. The 3. Again, the miss by Thompson. Down low. It's tipped. With 1 on the clock. That shot off. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
They've got Klay Thompson, and it's Robinson Earl in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
On the free throw, no good. Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. To the inside. Here's Cisse. It's Nembhard on the wing. Pass to Russell. Shot clock at 6. There's a good screen. Here's Cisse. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Horford.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Mavericks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
He misses the free throw. Caleb Martin's checked in for Dallas. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Warriors leading by 6. Podziemski on the wing. Pass to Horford. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for D'Angelo Russell.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Free throw drops for Al Horford. So Horford gets 2.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Pass to Russell. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Out to Thompson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Nembhard for 3. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's what he's known for. Great activity on the glass. He will outwork you.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Washington's checked in for Martin. Clyde comes in for Thompson. And it's Najee Marshall in for D'Angelo Russell. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now, here's Melton. Marshall defending. Clock at 6. Melton, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Marshall. Back to Nembhard. Now, flag. 5 points in the game. Launches it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. So, Greg, for Cooper Flagg, both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean, right? Though at this point, he's a powerful young man. And he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
Back to Curry. Jacks up a three. The Mavericks pull it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball. But the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus minus, give me that group of 5 plus minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that. And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Moody. Kuminga against Washington. Curry with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 17.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Washington inside. Kuminga on him, and it's Washington missing. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. They've led by as much as 10. Horford shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the poise there by Horford? Lets the defender make the mistake, and now he's headed to the line.
Throw good, Horford.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Mavericks making a switch here. Gafford's checked in. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Al Horford drops them both. Mavericks trail by 9. Here's Nembhard. He has yet to score. Pass to Marshall. Now, here's Washington. Here's Flagg. Dallas again missing. Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Curry with the 3. A rebound by Washington.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Gafford. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here's the fast break. Here's Moody. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Moody's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Excellent court vision there from Green. Someone who can see things develop before they actually happen.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Well, let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. 5th is Stephen Curry.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, they certainly embody what's expected from a modern point guard. Scoring is a fundamental part of the job now.
Here's Nembhard. Nothing on the board. Washington inside. Guarded by Green. Gafford trying to break free. And it's Washington missing. Warriors leading by 11. Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Pass to Melton. Traps in the tray. Melton's got 5.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Dallas has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Flagg. Defended by Moody. And it's Flagg missing.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And so it's Dallas with it. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
He better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
Christie's checked in for Dallas. The Warriors also with a sub. Quinton Post is checked in for Al Horford. Now here's Curry. 17-point lead, their biggest. Pass to Post. Now here's Green. He's covered by Washington. Green kicks to Melton. Now Moody. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Off target with his 3. Maverick shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Washington. Following the basket by Draymond Green. And it's Washington missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Now, here's Melton. 5 points in the game. Green with a screen on Christie. Here's Melton. Rebound by Marshall.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Yeah, maybe overly confident right there. And if I were him, I would not be making eye contact with my coach.
Here's Flagg. He's got 7. Marshall passes to Washington. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Pass to Post. Now, here's Moody. Defense is right there. Melton. No good from outside.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Now, here's Washington. To halt the run. The offensive rebound. Flagg with it. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Warriors leading by 19. And a late second-round pick. But Tim, Quinton Post showing he can contribute.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a true 7-footer, and he has proven he is more than comfortable shooting it from the three-point line. He is a proven NBA player.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 20.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Back to Washington. Offline with his 3.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Post with it. He's covered by Washington. Curry deciding where to go with it. Over Christie. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Offered a screen on Curry. Pass the flag. Here's Washington. And he's good on the three ball. Washington's got 7 points in the game.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Back to Curry. Pass to Post. Lets it go with the 3. Again, Curry missing. Mavericks trail by 16. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. He's got 6.
A shooter shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
Pass to Washington. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Christie. Misses the 3. Warriors leading by 18. And that one's good. Green. And it's 8 points for Draymond Green.
Oh, look at the hustle there from Draymond, leaving it all on the floor.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Stephen Curry.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Curry. And that one is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
Well, we'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime, and we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Got to get their dry cleaning done and pack up the suits because this is a business trip.
Yeah, they want to show what kind of team they are on the road. It's very different from playing in the comforts of your home.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Golden State Warriors.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up.
Yeah, this one might already be over.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And the Mavericks with possession here. It's an 18-point game. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Up front, it'll be Green in post. Stephen Curry's out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Moody in at small forward.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
And here is Curry. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Number 5 is Max Christie.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Washington. Here's Flag. On the wing, Christie. He's guarded by Melton. From deep, Washington. The Warriors pull it in. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Moody finds Curry. Over Marshall. And that one goes long. And here's Marshall to bring it up for the Mavericks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Now Moody. He has 7. Pass to Curry. Back to Moody. Green against Washington. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Flag. Marshall passes to Christie. And there it is for him.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to post. Here's Melton. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. A step back shot here. It's rebounded by Dallas. Flag's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Now, here's Gafford. 10 points for him. And here's Marshall from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Marshall's got 8 points.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Pass to Curry. Back to Green. They set the pick. Trying to end the drought. Fires the 3. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
He hits both from the stripe. Warriors leading by 9. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Curry. It's deflected. Here's Flag. 9 points in the game so far. Marshall finds Christie. Back to Marshall. Washington passes to Marshall. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Washington. Pass to Marshall. There's the 3. Dallas again missing. The Warriors have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. They set the pick to end the cold streak. Melton's shot is good. Melton's got 8 points.
In this era of the NBA, you just can't let guys have good looks from the 3. Pretty much everyone in this league can make you pay.
Wide with it, guarded by Curry. The 3, Marshall, and it's Melton with the rebound. Wide open look. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Anthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Washington passes to Gafford. Gafford is screen on Curry. Flag. It's good from long range. He's got 12.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
In a moment now to see some numbers for Draymond Green. He's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
Here's Moody. 7 points in the game. Pass to Curry. In the corner, it's Melton. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
On defense, the Mavericks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Shot clock at 6. Curry with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Curry's shot is good.
It just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. Mavericks trail by 9. Flag with it. 14 points for him. Pass to Marshall. Dallas moving it around. And it's Washington missing. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Green, the pass to Curry. Christie against Green. Pass to Washington. Now, here's Marshall. Wants to get it to Gafford, and does. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Now, post. Now, here's Moody. He has 7. Here's Curry with the 3. Good on the triple. Curry's got 25 points in the game.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Mavericks making a switch here. Nemhard's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Podziemski's checked in. Mavericks trail by 10. Bounce pass, Nemhard. Down low. And Gafford throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Inside, Marshall with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Shoots a fader. Christie can't make it. Warriors leading by 8. Now Podziemski. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Nemhard. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Melton. Gafford with the steal. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Melton. Green in the high post. Gafford's there. Podziemski on the wing. Defended by Christie. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. Post finds Podziemski. Now Melton. Takes a 3. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Warriors. Right now they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches. And of course there's the Mavericks, 6.5 games behind them. The Warriors making a switch here. Pass to Podziemski. Healed with a screen on Nemhard. Here's Podziemski. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. Number 5, the Warriors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Pass to post. To the middle. There's Kuminga, and he banks in the layup. Kuminga's got his first basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Thompson. Still yet to score. Pass to Nembhard. Clock at 4. Back to Thompson. Fires the three. The shot, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Healed with the bucket.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here is Russell. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And he gets it to go.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to post. Healed outside. And the Warriors, another 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Nembhard. He's defended by Podziemski. Russell passes to Christie. Thompson for 3. Thompson with the 3.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Hield, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors ahead, up 10. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Thompson and Flagg are the forward. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here is Russell, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Flagg. Now Nembhard, guarded by Curry. There's Russell with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Warriors lead by 14. Here's Nembhard. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's the 3. Hield can't hit.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
To the inside. It's stolen by Hield. Down low. Here's Horford. Got it. Good job in the low post. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
And the Warriors with possession here after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Here's Nembhard. Thompson for the triple. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Curry. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outside, Russell. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Thompson outside. Sinks the triple. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. And the Warriors also making a change. Green, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Now, here's Green. Horford high post. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. And, Tim, you think about rim-running centers, Daniel Gafford typifies that type of player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a great finisher. He knows when to dive at the rim. And what you like with Gafford is that he's willing to meet you there defensively as well.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
Horford finds Hield. Outside Curry. Takes the 3. Curry buries the 3-shot.
Well, he hit 4 threes in the first, and now he's drained 2 more here in the second quarter. Absolutely on fire from deep.
Thompson misses. Warriors leading by 14. And Gafford comes to help. Back to Hield. Golden State moving it around. But Jemski's shot is good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now, here is Russell. Inside. Gafford misses.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Healed outside. Pass to Horford. And here is Curry. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Thompson kicks to Russell. Back to Thompson. There's the triple. Horford with the rebound.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
And stolen by Flagg. Here's Nemhard. And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Quentin Post is checked in for Horford. Moses Moody comes in for Buddy Hield. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Brandon Podziemski. Now, here's Marshall. Pass to Washington. The shot's good from Gafford. And that's now 20 points for Daniel Gafford.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
To the wing right side. Outside Curry. Lets a floater go. And it's Flagg with the rebound. Flagg's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Marshall. Three-pointer. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now, here's Moody. Marshall defending. Curry. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class-eating. Can't connect from short range.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Moody. 5 on the clock. Outside Curry. From the arc. That one, no good.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Melton with the steal. Here's Moody. And the Warriors miss again. Mavericks trail by 14. Pass to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team. Creating, spacing. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the night and his 2nd this half.
Here's Washington. Christie kicks to Marshall. Pass to Washington. To the middle. And Flagg throws it down.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Here's Moody, and the slam by Moody.
What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
For the screen on Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Free throw good. Flagg. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Daniel Gafford.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Post hits them both. Mavericks trail by 15. Up top, Christie. He's guarded by Melton. He gets it in there.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Green outside. Here's Curry. And down goes the 3.
He was red hot from the 3 in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Off the glass.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
They led the game at 1 point by 20. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Now, here's Moody. Marshall defending. Curry outside, jacks up a 3. Washington rips down the rebound.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Outside, Christie. Washington's outside. Now, flag. Now, Washington shoots the 3. The shot misses.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Post. He's covered by Washington. Here's Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Can't get the 3. Mavericks trail by 14. Flag from 15 feet away. It's good.
Boy, once he gets going like this, he becomes unstoppable.
Now Green. And here's Melton. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the 3. Down it goes for 3.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Stephen Curry.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Curry with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.